It's back to the countdown. From a wild case of opposites attract, to a wacky tale about self-discovery, these shows are hitting new highs. So who says we should stop now? Take a look at who's enrolling into number 12. At some point during our teenage years, we've all been in Hachiman's shoes. Feeling depressed and in over our heads, we think that the joy of youth is nothing more than an illusion created by sitcoms and some other of our closest relatives, and that ultimately, life has no meaning. To stop him from going past the point of no return, Hachiman gets enrolled into a service club by his guidance counselor, where he, along with an equally depressed Yukino, must provide help to any student in a situation similar to theirs. What could possibly go wrong? My teen romantic comedy snafu, or Oregairu for short, is a well-written masterpiece that deals with the complexity of teenage emotions and relations. On the surface, it has all the elements of your typical rom-com. It uses clever and witty dialogue to provide plenty of funny moments, as well as moments of drama between Hachiman, Yukino, and their group of friends to really sell the entertainment value. In particular, the interactions between Hachiman and Yukino are a sight to behold. The two leads show respect and understanding for each other and are willing to go to great lengths to ensure the friendship between them and others stays intact. And that, my friends, is what lays the foundations for a blossoming romantic relationship. But like any well-written rom-com, there's more to Oregairu than meets the eye. Oregairu expertly weaves snarky, humorous moments and thought-provoking narratives together. You see, the service club was set up for a reason. Each character has their own backstory and personal issues which makes them all unique, and thus the journey to understand these characters are nothing short of amazing for audiences. On top of that, Oregairu also explores themes of vulnerability, loneliness, and above all else, the search for genuine connections and being your genuine self. Couple that with the subversion of typical romantic tropes, it's clear that Oregairu will bring audiences on an eye-opening journey they won't soon forget. We've all heard of the phrase, a good book can change your life, but if that phrase applied to rom-com anime, there's little doubt that Oregairu would be its poster child. Now here's the taste of heaven. At number 11. If you ever find yourself watching this series, you should probably visit your doctor for a diabetes checkup, because the amount of sweetness in this anime is enough to take your blood sugar to a new high. The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten is pretty much your standard romance story. A guy whose life is stuck in a rut looks up to a popular girl from his school who just so happens to be his next door neighbor, and thus begins a romantic journey between an ordinary guy and an angel. Seeing as it's a standard romance story, detractors may say that this anime is boring and nothing special. Or is it? If you were to actually watch it, you realize that The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten is actually quite a unique refresher in the world of rom-coms. Much like Horimiya, the lack of excessive drama and plot twists allows the relationship of Amane and Mahiru to progress naturally, using the power of simplicity once again to create a simple yet heartwarming and memorable story. But what's the point of a feel-good romance anime when you don't feel happy watching it? As such, the cuteness and wholesomeness factor is turned up to 11 to make sure viewers savor every second of it. Overall, what makes this anime special is the organic, just right pacing of the development of feelings and the numerous interactions and slice-of-life moments with a layer of sweetness on top to really make you feel fuzzy. Just remember, if you're ever looking for a healthier alternative to consuming sugary stuff, look no further than watching The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten. Throw some music and heartbreak into the mix, and you've got number 10. Of all the rom-com animes that have come and gone, few have left a bigger hole in the heart than Your Lie in April. The story centers around esteemed child pianist Kosei Arima, whom after having gone through several personal traumas, lost the spark to continue playing. But all that would change when he meets a mysterious violinist girl by the name of Kaori Miyazono, who ignites his spark to rediscover his love for music. A wonderfully animated masterpiece that will stick with viewers for years to come, Your Lie in April serves as a bittersweet reminder that life is unpredictable and the importance of cherishing every moment together with the ones you've loved the most. In a way, the emotion throughout the show is much like a classical music composition. Just like how a classical music track can shift from happy and exciting to sad and slow in a heartbeat, Your Lie in April shows that life is full of ups, downs, and unexpected curveballs. Yet, the music never stops, it just keeps on going. Much like how life goes on regardless of the happiest or saddest moments one might experience. On top of that, the character development in the show is grade A. Whether it's our two main leads or the people on the sidelines, the anime makes sure the characters grow on us throughout the course of the series, which makes the inevitable finale all the more heartrending and impactful. In the end, Your Lie in April serves not only as an enjoyable rom-com with a well-developed relationship and story, but also as an emotional ode to the unpredictability of life, and a reminder that sometimes you don't know what you've got till it's gone. So here's a word of advice to all you Koseis out there. If and when you find your Kaori, cherish each moment and make every minute count. Everyone loves a good harem anime. There's just something about seeing a guy getting loads of girls all over him, while the single guys in the audience go, "That should have been me," that makes the whole experience oddly entertaining. We Never Learn is a good example of a harem anime done right. It's similar to the quintessential quintuplets in many ways, in that the relationship and romance between our protagonists and the girls develop naturally. There are several funny moments to behold, and that it's not obvious who our guy will end up with at the end of the story. Therefore, We Never Learn provides a perfect mix of comedy, mystery, and romance that is sure to leave you on the edge of your seat. But what would you do if you can't just have one girlfriend because your own conscience says so? You can do what Naoya here did in Kanojo mo Kanojo, or Girlfriend Girlfriend. With each of his lovely ladies' consent, he dates all three of them at the same time. What makes our boy Naoya here different from other harem protagonists is how he aspires to make all of his girlfriends happy, making sure that no one in his harem feels left out. And we as the audience can't help but admire his efforts and his willingness to stick with his moral code. At least this is one harem anime that we can say every girl is best girl. But just wait till you see the craziest harem of all. At number 9. You'd think with a title like The 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You, that this show would be nothing more than generic rom-com trash, when in actuality, it's anything but. The story focuses on Rentaro Aijo, who after experiencing 100 rejections in his life, pleads to the god of love to turn his fortunes around in high school. Who knew that love god would give Rentaro the seemingly daunting task of meeting 100 soulmates, as in girlfriends, in his high school life, while making sure they all fall in love with him lest they die a tragic death. Being the giga chat he is, Rentaro picks up the gauntlet, beginning his unexpected journey to form the ultimate harem. 100 Girlfriends stands out as a harem anime for a variety of reasons. For one, the girlfriends are introduced at a rather slow pace to give them room to breathe. Making sure that every girl has their day in the limelight and equal screen time, it allows the audience to be suitably attached to each and every one of the girlfriends. Then there is the uniqueness of the girlfriends in the series. They are all deconstructed character archetypes of standard anime tropes, particularly in harem shows. From the crazy in love Hakari to the antisocial ace queen Nano, the wide variety of personalities encountered in this show turns this series into a colorful work of art. Finally, let's talk about Rentaro himself. Much like Naoya in the aforementioned Kanojo mo Kanojo, Rentaro had dedicated his life to making each and every one of his girlfriends happy. The only difference is that he has to deal with way more girlfriends than Naoya. Still, Rentaro lets his girlfriends know how much he loves them by going to great lengths to protect them and fulfill their individual desires, resulting in funny, heartwarming, and sometimes tear-jerking moments. 100 Girlfriends is an excellent series that is more than just a rom-com. It's a celebration of differing personalities and the importance of agape love, that is, selfless, unconditional love to a significant other. When all is said and done, we believe that Rentaro will have 100 reasons to be happy. And we, as the audience of the Moral Guardians, we just like to say, you earned it. Stick around. The love meter is going into overdrive. It's gonna be wet and wild, soft and cuddly, and a fight to the finish. On Top 20 Romcom Anime.